world. It is your girl, Nicole Ryan with Lana Solutions. Today's Debt Diva show. I have the pleasure of introducing a friend of mine. I call him PK.
That's
Omaha,
it.
Nebraska knows him as PK.
That's right.
In the mortgage and the home ownership world. I am not going to try to give you everything about PK, but he is a phenomenal person when it comes to owning homes. And I have recently been able to spend a little more time with him than I would have in normal networking settings. But just sitting down talking to him, he is a diamond in the rough out here in Omaha, Nebraska, if you are looking to buy a home. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let PK tell you exactly who he is, and then we'll go along with our questions. And you know how I do it here. Wisdom is power, you guys. So the more we know about a subject, especially when we're dealing with any type of debt, so your home is like your largest debt, right? And we just need information because we don't know. I don't know. I've been helping people pay off mortgages and buy homes for over 24 years, but I still don't know it all. So I enjoy being able to get experts in their field, subject matter experts who can help us to know and understand buying a home and so much more. So without further ado, Mr. PK from Centris Federal Credit Union right here in Omaha, Nebraska. Hi, PK.
Hi, Nicole. Thank you. Thank you for that. I agree with you. If you don't mind me, I'm just going to segue from what you said.
Please.
And piggyback off of Maya Angelou when she says, always do your best, but when you know better, do better.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's why I feel like you and I are here today, and those who listen or participate will walk away with knowing better, and then they can do better.
Indeed.
I believe that.
I appreciate that. Now, PK, why'd you get into the mortgage field?
Because I was
Off topic.
Yeah, sure.
I gave him a list, but
Yeah, I was instructed to do so, and I just landed in there and learned the ropes and found out I really like this.
Yeah.
And the more I did it, the more I liked it, even with all of these challenges. But it was not like my choice. Oh, I'm gonna get the mortgages now and that. But no, I was put there. But then I learned it, and then it just grew from there. And it's been a long career. Since 1999, approximately.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Yeah.
1999, you hear
Yes.
that, you
We've-
guys?
we've
We got the seasoned
Season.
mortgage
We've seen
loan
a few
officer in
things,
here.
but I like to say that in the very, very beginning of my banking career, I've always said, there's no way I'm ever going to do mortgages. That's not what I want to do.
See?
Yeah, I said that, and then things changed. And besides the professional experience, my wife and I have experience of moving to 5 different houses
Come on.
over time.
Right.
And that's what I find people do because life changes. Things happen.
Yes.
The very first home is always exciting, no matter who you are, because it's that first home. But we outgrew it quickly. Once we put 2 little boys in it, the house shrunk. So then we wanted to find more room, and that's kind of led to the second house. And then life changes, and you have your reasons. People have reasons why they move.
Right,
And
right.
so why we had moved 5 different times, and this appears to be the last
So
one.
you
The fifth
definitely
one.
have the experience yourself
Yes,
as well.
Yes, I've been through the process. I've seen it. I know how it all works, and that helps me identify with the folks that I help. I know I can relate. I know what they're going through.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, I get excited for them just as if I was buying my next house.
Right.
And each time was not a chore of let's buy another house. It was exciting, thrilling adventure.
Yeah.
Because it brings on new area of town, brings on new neighbors, new experiences
Yes.
each time. So
That's
I
amazing.
like that.
So what would, just to put a myth to bed. So a lot of people, especially the youth in general, when they think of buying a home, they think of it's going to cost too much, so it's going to be more affordable, more feasible for me to rent. What do you say to myths like that?
Well, it depends on the situation that how they're living or what they're dealing with in their life at the time. One of the most popular myths that I would hear over and over the years is, well, I just don't have enough money for down payment. I have to have 20% somewhere. That myth still exists to this day, even though the industry has changed so much over the years to where we have lots of different options for down payment.
Wow.
Anywhere from 20% down all the way to $1,000, you know. So there's opportunities for everybody. It just depends where they're coming from, what their situation is. I really don't sell anything to anybody. We just advise folks and let them know what's possible.
Right.
And I like to say that if it's not possible right now, let's make a plan how we're going to make it possible, let's say in 2025. I had that kind of a conversation with a gentleman over the phone just yesterday.
Wow.
He expressed to me that he's very interested in owning a home, his first home, but there were reasons why he didn't want to or couldn't do it just right now. And I said, that all makes sense. Let's you and I circle back in January when you get all of your employment information, you know, for taxes. Let's get together, let's dig deeper and make a plan, and then we'll go from there.
And what does that cost someone to come see you and talk about buying a house?
I know, I love that question. I think the consultation is complimentary.
Do you hear that, you
Yeah,
guys?
there's no big fat fee that I, put on people and this and that, but the amount of knowledge I believe that they walk away with is valuable.
That's
It's
it.
valuable. You can, I recommend I know there's different classes and online this and all kinds of different opportunities where you can learn more.
Right.
And those are all good. But to me, there's nothing like sitting one-on-one with a professional like myself, and then you get your own class,
Yes.
your own information, the one, just whatever it is you're dealing with, whatever you're living with, whatever questions you have. You don't have to absorb the whole classroom, general questions or whatever.
Right.
You get to find out where you're at and what you can do and what's possible for you.
Indeed.
That's what I like.
I
do that
appreciate
time and
that.
time again, and it helps folks. I still remember the one time, if I may,
Yes.
I was asked to do a pre-approval for a friend, this couple. I knew her, but I didn't know her fiance at the time, and I said, well, let's do it. And so we get into it, and I discovered this. They needed you back then. This is a number of years ago.
Yeah.
There's all this credit that didn't line up with getting pre-approved for a loan.
Right.
So I was a little bit, kind of, I don't know, hesitant to tell them, you're not going to make it, not now.
Right.
But we had a conversation. I said, if you do this, that, and the other thing, so to
See.
speak,
Yes.
if you do these things, give yourself a year, maybe two, it's going to be a completely big different picture, and you're going to qualify just fine.
Wow.
Would you believe they took my advice? They did it. We worked together on their first home, and it's everybody lived happily ever after.
That is
But
amazing.
that's because they paid attention and they asked good questions, and they were willing to accept, advice. So that's how you succeed.
Yeah.
And that didn't cost them in the beginning anything.
That
to
didn't
get
cost them anything.
to your point. Yes, ma'am.
That is amazing. And I think that's why I glean so much towards different folks like yourself and what Centris is doing for our community. They're having you come in and, hey, you might not be ready right now, but that doesn't mean I can't talk to you about what I know.
Correct.
To get you in a position so that you can
Absolutely.
circle right back to us and get that home that you so deserve.
Yes.
And sounds like every case is different. So it's not that it would cost more to buy a home. It just really depends on that individual's case.
You're so right. We're
Wow.
all different people. We come from different directions, work, different jobs, different experiences.
Right.
But there is a unique, tailor-made, so to speak, program, situation, process for each person that comes.
Right. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it just seems like entities like Centris are doing more and more things to cater to they're actual home buyers and consumers. It's like every time I turn around, I see, you know, different informational things popping up or amazing deals that I'm sure they have to brainstorm about. So if anything, would you recommend just kind of following your site, maybe calling you to come out and meet with you, or?
That's very kind of you, Nicole. Thank you. Yes, I do. I am found on LinkedIn, on Facebook, but I guess one of my biggest thrills is sitting down with folks to hear their story and find out what their goals and dreams are, and then I can, so to speak, write a prescription and tell them exactly how it's done, so that they're ready when they're ready in more ways than one.
And that's
so
beautiful.
I enjoyed the meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, we do things on the phone, as you know. Lots of it comes online. We get lots of applications online because we have a online application on Centris website. So a lot of it comes in that way, but I love to meet with folks after they apply and go over everything in detail so that they have a complete picture as to what is yet to come, or how it all comes together and what follows. Because, you know, pre-approvals they're good for like 120 days practically.
That's good.
So it gives people a chance to get pre-approved, and they're not rushed into, I got to find a house now. You got time to go and look.
Right.
And if I may add, at Centris on certain type of loans, we will even guarantee them the interest rate while they're looking.
Wow.
To protect them against the rising rate while
That's
they're going.
good to know.
You know, so on a certain type, it's not every loan, but certain ones, yes.
But just that's so good to know. And a big thing here on Debt Diva, I try to make sure that the viewers understand that Omaha, Nebraska has so many fabulous businesses, profit and nonprofit, that do a lot of free things.
Yes.
So if that's you and you're out there and you're thinking, well, I could probably never own a home, it's good to sit down with people like PK and find out if that is just a myth, or if there are facts that can get you into your home, if there's wisdom and knowledge that can get you on the path, like he said with his one case, and that got them, not that day they first met, but they took his advice, and then later on, they were homeowners. So the reason I had PK is because of his knowledge and wisdom behind, you know, buying and owning a home. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into some of the questions I have for PK, because our time is moving, PK.
It's moving.
All right, so it's just mortgage basics, you guys.
Yes.
If you're anything like me, I like the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s.
Okay.
I'm one of those, I'm a learner where I have to hear it, I have to write it down, and I have to do it. So if that's you, hey, hello. All right, so PK, can you explain the key steps involved in applying for a mortgage, and what are most common misconceptions people have about mortgages?
So, well, the key steps are, well, applying. Applying means you got to, besides your basics, who you are, name, address, social security number, you would want to be prepared with your work history information, your accounts information, where you have your funds, you know, checking savings. You want to be prepared with your income and so forth. That's how it starts. Those are components. And then, like I said, people they have gravitated, and people like applying online. It's easy, it's simple, it's straightforward. But I also like taking applications over the phone. I do. We just have a phone conversation, and I ask for the information that I need. Because then I know what to ask for, and we get right to the point, and it just flows. Plus, if I get to talk to people on the phone, then it gives me a chance to ask some side or additional questions depending on what they say, you know. It's very fascinating to me to see where people work, what kind of jobs, careers, experiences that have had. That's always fascinating, because people do amazing things all over the city. So those are the basics, really, Nicole. A person just has to be ready to apply and have their basics, employment and income and checking savings account information ready to share, to disclose, and so forth. What was that other question?
The other one was, what are some of the common misconceptions people have about mortgages? And I know we touched on it a little bit beforehand, but
Yeah, we
you
did.
would know more than the question I asked.
Yes, besides the first one of what a huge or sizable down payment this needs to be, the second one, and you can speak to this too, that really bugs me is I would like to know who taught the entire 300 million population to fear the credit report pull.
Man, that's a big word. Fear.
Fear is what I hear.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm ready to apply, not just yet. But don't pull my credit. It's like everything is
like
going
a
to come
yoke.
crashing down. Yeah, they're going to get choked.
Yep.
They're going to get ruined.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? I don't know, because that's a myth. That's not the case at all.
Absolutely a myth.
There's there's 2, 3, 5 points at the most that
so
might change.
tiny.
It's very tiny. So how bad is your credit
That 2
score
points.
that those few points are gonna just ruin everything?
I love
You know what I'm
it.
saying? That's what I hear a lot, and I feel bad that kind of misinformation has gone out there, and it's affecting people thinking, whereas it should be just the opposite. Let me see what I can learn, how much information, how
That
much
part.
education I can get
Yes.
on how everything works.
It's
instead of
worth the 2 points
fearing.
that you lose.
Yeah. So anyway, those are the big ones that I run into, and I think it seems to me, Nicole, that people are not aware that those student loans that are deferred, they're living, they know they're out there, but they also know there's no payment. But that no payment affects their ability to qualify for a home loan, because it's not no payment forever.
Right.
It's coming, and the government
36
agency
months. A lot of people don't know that.
like that. Fannie Mae says we got to at least estimate a payment if one is not already assigned or
Right.
filler. So then that gets into a way of people qualifying, but people don't know that until they get into the application process. And that application process is absolutely not costly in any shape or form, but it is a great educational piece, like I said, that's complementary, and yet it goes far in learning, preparing, because I always like to say the biggest part of home ownership is getting prepared for it. Get ready. Preparation, I feel, is the key.
That's good. Now, is that something, if they would come talk to you, that's something you're able to kind of guide them with, like you did, you do your
you're
other
right.
customers?
Yes.
That's important.
You're so right. I provide guidance and direction so they know how this comes together.
Yeah.
I understand that people don't go buying houses every year. How are they supposed to remember from one time to the next?
We don't know.
But that's why I'm here to
Right.
set the stage, help them build their foundation so they can go forward into successful home ownership.
Definitely.
That's how I feel.
So if that's you and you're thinking, well, I can't go sit down and talk to someone like PK at the bank to pull my credit. It's not about pulling your credit. It's really about educating you on why or why not you're not being approved.
Totally.
And until you get that piece out of the way, chances are you will continue with the fear and not be a homeowner.
You're so right.
And there's so many different entities in Omaha, Nebraska. There's family housing advisories on 24th and Lake. There's Omaha 100. All of these places have been, and those are 2 that are nonprofit, have been put in place to help you. So when you are ready to move forward, if you're not quite ready to even dare sit down and talk with someone like PK, there are still nonprofits that you can sit down with. They pull the credit reports for free. They have free classes and so much more. But if you dare to not be afraid, you can go to Centris Federal Credit Union and talk to someone like PK about buying a home. And even if you don't get approved in that visit, at least you'll have a roadmap, a guide to move forward so that one day soon you too will own your own home. That's beautiful, PK. I'm so glad you brought that up. So don't be afraid to have your credit report pulled, because it's called a hard inquiry. And if you Google it, it's not as crazy as you think it is. It only takes a point or two off of your score, and it comes right back, you guys.
Comes right back.
Those credit reports, there's an algorithm of your score, and it's based on 7 to 10 years of your history. So one little hit is not going to hurt you, okay? And just keep in mind, when you get approved for that home loan and you start making those payments every month, that score is going to shoot right back up.
That's right.
And you'll have the biggest purchase that one makes in a lifetime.
Correct.
And that's buying a home. All right? Thank you for that, PK.
Totally.
So I am going to go to our, let me see. Since we're down to our last wire, let's move to challenges and solutions. What challenges do borrowers often face, and how can Centris help overcome them?
So the challenges that I see faced the most is that the credit score is not where it should be or could be.
Okay.
There's opportunity for it to go higher.
All right.
There are certain levels of these credit scores, as you know, but there's this thing that people always like to ask, well, what's the minimum credit score? Well, yeah, the minimum credit score is, let's say it's 620,
Right.
but that doesn't like give you any other options.
Okay.
It might get you into a home, but there's only one option available. So if you come in and prepare, like I would say, how you didn't ask, but how soon should somebody come and get this education
Right,
for this
right, right, right.
preparation? A year is good. It's not too soon, because I believe a year will help you identify what are these challenges and how do I overcome them.
Okay.
Like raising the credit score. That's why I'm
Yes.
thrilled that I have a resource in
You-
Nicole Ryan, so
I
they know
think-
where they can where they can go to raise the credit score, because that's important.
It is.
That the higher the credit score, the better deal and more options are they going to have in front of them
Right.
to choose from, so
Indeed.
that they choose the best option for them,
Right.
instead of just be stuck with one. So that's one challenge, and of course the other challenge is the funds. Where am I going to get the money?
Okay.
Number one solution where to get the money is to have nice relatives who are going to give you a gift. Be nice to your relatives.
In a perfect world, right?
Yeah, that would be nice. We have options where what funds are acceptable, to raise for down payment and closing costs and such. There are options, but you can't know what all those are until you come in, sit down, and talk it over and strategize. Make
That
a plan.
part. And would you tell the viewers again how much it costs to come sit down and talk to PK about buying a home? Whether it's your first home, second home, or you're like PK and you've bought 5 different homes. How much does it cost to come in and
Totally
learn?
complimentary and free. We don't even charge for that hard pull credit report, and yet you get to see everything that's on it. I think sometimes people think it's all about the score.
Right.
No, it isn't. That's just one indicator. The underwriters look at the whole picture, what all is on that credit report.
Right.
And when you sit down and talk to me for free, well, yeah, it's costing you time, but it's time well invested. It's not even time
invested.
spent. It's time invested in yourself and your opportunity to own a home soon.
Right.
New Year is coming. A lot of people I think, are planning or thinking or should be thinking, this will be my year.
Right.
Like the gentleman I mentioned earlier, his lease is up in April.
Okay.
So he's going to get ready before that April to find a house, to get pre-approved, to find a house in time, and know for a fact, for certainty, he can tell the apartment complex, I will not be extending my lease. So you see, that's another reason why you need to do this ahead of time, because I think those places want like 60 days or who knows how long
They
to
do.
be notified that
They
you're not
do.
going to extend your lease,
Right.
stuff like that.
And then you don't want to break your lease.
Yeah, you don't
because
wanna
I
break-
see a lot of clients
Do you?
where
See?
we're trying to negotiate and work out some of those leases that they broke,
Right.
and then they owe thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a lot of times you're not thinking like that, but they're ready to buy that home, and it's like, oh shoot, I got to get out of this apartment lease now.
Let me interject real quick. Here's another thing.
Okay.
Don't do it like this. Do it the right way, like Nicole said, ABC, 1, 2, 3. Do it in order. Don't go out there, find a house, get all excited about because you saw an open house, and then rush to the lender like me and say, I need a pre-approval, I need it now.
Right.
That's not the best practice. That adds stress to you, to the agent, to me. It's not a good thing, and you don't know how you're going to come out. So the best opportunity, that's why I said, is plan ahead, even if it's a year ahead. Get pre-approved first, get that credit going, get that information out there, get ready, and then go looking for houses with your professional agent.
Well, I'll tell you
That's a
what,
big one.
as we get ready to wrap up, PK, I am so glad you came on and
so
just
glad
even
you had
shared some of the nuggets that we need. How can our viewers get a hold of you?
I think it's real simple.
Okay.
My cell phone number is always available. Thank you to Van Dieb. See, I have to be a student and listen.
Shout out to Van
Dieb's
Dieb,
a
Prime
teacher.
Realty.
He said, make it easy to find you, and I'm easy to find at 402-507-0066, and that's a phone call or a text.
Awesome.
I go either way. And my email, I like emails.
Yes.
And it's real simple. It's pkopun@centrisfcu.org.
Awesome. And we'll make sure we get that information to our guys here.
Thank you.
And have that available so that you, the audience, knows, okay, if you're looking to buy a home, whether it be for 2025, 2026, you know you have PK at Centris Federal Credit Union available and waiting to educate you on how to do that, okay?
Right.
And as we wrap up another fabulous show here on Debt Diva, if you don't get anything, you guys, get the wisdom, get the knowledge, get the understanding when it comes to finances, and it will make things so much easier. And if you need help, just reach out. Reach out. You're a Debt Diva, Lana Solutions. If you mention this show, I will speak with you and sit down and do a consultation for free. All right? Thanks again.